Look at this orientation, right? It's all focused in. What's going on, YouTube? You're on the ball. Surprise, surprise. All right. All right. So, anyone watching the playback, I did finish up the stairs, I think. They're probably going to stay the way they are. They look pretty good. I did, after I went over them, after I got them all done, I softened them all up. But I just did the same pattern as I did the first step. You know, the 10% gray, and then went in with the 70%, and then back with the 50, 30, and 10, and a little bit of that yellow ochre to give, you know, more of a cement effect, more so than wood. So, gonna try to get these flowers done up in here. Got a sweater around here somewhere. I'm a few minutes early, so hopefully somebody will join. Hello to, if anybody is watching, and to those watching the playback. I'll pull that down because I am going to work on those flowers on top. Quite a delay today. Alright, so I'm thinking processed red and some kind of orange, but I'm going to look at it and see how it goes together. Oh, how is everybody this evening? Hope everybody is doing well. Okay, here's a little swatch sheet. Like I said, I'm gonna, again, you know, using Prismacolors. I'm thinking I was gonna do these different colors, but because there's so many other flowers, I'm gonna go ahead and do all these, what I believe are roses, in the same colors. So I'm gonna see process red and some kind of orange, maybe that, like that, yellowed orange, maybe. Yeah, I like that. And then something to deepen it up there too, I think. A little darker, something. So, if you're watching the playback, you know, hopefully, oh, of course, we're gonna get a broken lead right off the bat. If you're watching the playback and you're following along and coloring with the Teresa Goodrich books, and you have a recommendation for the next book to be worked out, I was kind of thinking Village Charm, or going back to Home Sweet Home. Also have several others we can work from. I know there's like a Spring Charm or something. I'll have to look through my list and see if anybody wants to recommend the next book we work out of. I know a lot of people purchased Small Town Charm and Home Sweet Home, so it's no problem continuing in those, whichever you want to do. But usually been doing 2 at a time. I got the Home Sweet Home one done pretty quick because I did the Inktense base, so okay, let's hope this works. Gotta be a little careful how I sit this week. However, I was sitting last week, I was a mess the next day. I don't know if you remember me saying that it was hurting my back. So, also want to make sure I'm still in frame. Maybe I'll put my pencils over here, that way that will look better. Okay, so I'm gonna go in a little bit with the processed red. I'm gonna do one flower first and see how I like it, because like I said, don't ever do what I'm doing until I finish one thing, because I might just hate it and erase it on out. Deepen up the bottom a little bit with the Scarlet Lake. Is that what that one is? Yeah, Scarlet Lake. So PC 994 and PC 923. Yeah, I hope somebody comes in tonight. I'm not even sure that Amy's around, because she's on a mini vacation for the weekend. But we'll just get going. So yeah, I might need something a little bit darker than that Scarlet Red. Crimson Lake. Let's try the Crimson Lake. Strangely, the Scarlet and the processed red are kind of blending right together. Hey, hi View. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I always forget to do that. You should remind me when I'm in your chat. Hey, hit the like button. Yeah, I'm just here all by myself. All by myself. I thought about that after. I always forget. Just most of my coloring time when I'm sitting there, I'm interrupted so many times. So that's when I disappear. It's my Lorri! And I just drop and go because I never know what's going on. So I was just yapping to myself that I'm going to work on these roses. I might just do the one batch and, show how they're done and move on to them off camera. Pretty sure my steps are done here. I got those out of the way. Oh, but I wanted to show you what happened when I went to start the walrus. I went in here to start the walrus here, and my page flipped, and I thought, and Amy wanted to do a buddy, so I ended up doing Cat in the Hats. So I was going to start the walrus today. So that's my cat in the hat, which I really, really like. The only thing, I was too afraid to go over his whiskers with white, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get to it. My camera's really zoomed in today. That's very strange. Normally I have to... No, it did not. That's Inktense. Did not go through at all. Not a bit. Of course, it's warped and crinkly, but the Inktense did not go through. And then I polychromos on top. But yeah, no bleed through at all. So, and practicing my backgrounds. I'm still not great with those stencils, but so I'm gonna start the walrus maybe tomorrow. Because then I fell into this book since I had my Inktense out. I like using the Inktense in here. And see, I'm the oddball out. Thank you, View. I appreciate that. I'm the oddball out. The only book I have of her is the Nature Mandela book. So I did a color cube in here, and I thought it came out really nice with the Inktense. So I was sitting there and started this B page. So, and I don't think I'm gonna do any pencil on top. I think I'm just gonna, you do have the mandala? I thought I was the only one. So I did all this today, so I should finish this tomorrow. And then I'll get to the walrus. But, I pull those Inktense out and I'm just like, ooh, I want to use them. I want to use them. I am, View. I am such a darn nerd. It's unbelievable. I always have been. Always have been. So, okay, back to the roses. This is probably the worst. I hate to badmouth Teresa on this page. It's not been a good one with her poorly drawn stairs, and her roses are so weird. But maybe in her country, I'm not quite sure where she's from. You know, roses around the world are different. Yeah, that lady can draw. I have no idea how to pronounce her name. I'm gonna have to. Does anybody pronounce her name? I don't think. Mel Pomoni? That last name. Holy moly. Chatzapan Gaio 2? Yeah, good luck. And I know that Mike bought this for me because it's from Myers, and he's the only one that buys book from Myers, $13.99. He got robbed, but he doesn't care, like he says, when he's shopping for gifts. You know, he gets what he wants to get. Oh, Google Voice. All right. I'll try that. Yeah, because sometimes, once you hear it, you're able to pronounce it. So Kim must have fell asleep on me, huh? She said she'd be in tonight. But Amy said she would too, but she is on vacation, so I'm glad she didn't worry about coming to my live, and she's just enjoying her vacation. So it's good. She's been excited for that wedding all week. Yep. You were up quite late last night. I actually subscribed to your other channel before I subscribed to Coloring View because I saw you at Kim's, and you do the view as a view over there, so I don't think I ever unsubscribed or took the notifications off. So when you pop up, I just go watch, and I never really know which one you're on until you start talking. Yeah, Mike was like, "Who is that?" Like, that's View's alter ego. He just started laughing. But I thought it was pretty funny. We all have those moments, don't we? Just gotta get that stuff out sometime. Oh, I would probably be a lot worse too, but I know that I have a 9-year-old girl that follows me, so I tried to be very, very careful. So, hi Sophia, if you're watching. I doubt you're watching now, but you do the playbacks. So I try to be good. I know the one week, boy, you could sure tell I was stressed because they were slipping. They were really slipping. These look like tomatoes. Oh well. Oh, I totally understand. Totally, totally. Plus, I was a therapist for many years. Mental health therapist, so I've heard it. I am not going to say I heard it all because I thought I did, and then I would hear more and just be like, wow. Wow. It's definitely an experience. I missed, look at, I missed a spot of green in the middle of that greenery there. I just see that white sneaking out. It's bugging me. Ugh. Just throw some, I don't think I used dark green in there. Apple. Throw some apple green in there. So it was nice to see a lot of people are jumping in and joining this. I think who we got. Kim's Creative Coloring. She's coloring this. Amy Travels Colors and Crafts. Foxy Colorist joined. I think she's about done. Mary's Arts and Coloring. There she is. Hiya, Kim. Boy, what do you sit back and wait till I say your name? Because you seem to always pop up when I'm talking about you. Got your gloves for you. I was just mentioning that you're coloring along with this too. That was funny today when you said I finished that other page. That was like I even said to my mom when I finished coloring that page. I think that was like record time for me. I don't, it was like I just started using the ink tents and I didn't like how it was going, so I kept working on it because it wasn't like one I could give up on because we were doing a color along. I did. I will definitely watch that back though, for sure. You're doing the stamp picture, right? Yeah, I guess they were. Yeah, that happened last week and the week before when I mentioned you. That's kind of funny. But yeah, it's become like a channel collab color along. It's kind of cool. So I'm not on Instagram, so I know that's where you guys post your stuff. I have an Instagram account. I laugh because Amy keeps tagging me over there, and I'm like, Amy, I have no idea how to work Instagram. I try to go look at. I just everybody's like, it's just like Facebook. What's the pro? I said, I can't find anything. I don't see anything. I totally don't understand it. Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just locked on Facebook. I don't know. And I don't use Facebook that much either. I have two brothers that live in Vegas and a cousin in California, cousins in Georgia. Uh, so I pretty much use Facebook just to keep in contact with them. Actually, the reason I started the account, my brother was in the Navy. My baby brother was in the Navy, and he was in Cuba, and it was the only way that we could talk was through Facebook. So he asked me to get a Facebook account so we could talk. So, of course, I obliged. I don't do. That hurts in the way. Can't see your comment. I hate that. Let's see if I can see it on the other chat. Thanks to anybody watching and for the likes. Much appreciated. Welcome. Yeah, I don't too much anymore. You mean like for coloring? You don't color much more than when you color? Oh, on here, social media, YouTube. Got it. Slow brain. Sorry. My whole life has been in slow motion since I fell. Yeah, so I did see the surgeon, and he really didn't say much except for let's see if it feels better in a couple more weeks. So I go back on June 23rd. It's looking pretty much like they're gonna recommend a hip replacement, which at this point I can't even do, so I just have to put up with the pain. Yeah, I don't really care for Facebook either, but and I only have like, I don't know, maybe 97 friends. It's mostly family and like real friends, people who I actually have relationships with. So I think I only have two people from YouTube friends on there, and actually one passed away, so I'd only be two YouTube friends now. One, I mean, Amy, which she's like my twin. We have the weirdest things in common, like everything. Okay. These flowers really don't look like flowers. I'm with you. Now that the way I colored them, Kim, they do look like tomatoes. You did? What kind of news? Hopefully it's good news. Hopefully she's typing. If Amy fell asleep on me, I'm gonna tease her all week. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, I'm glad she's not worried about being here and is having fun on her vacation. She did message me about 10:30 and asked me if I was still going live, though, and said she'd be here. But, oh, well. I just color and get done what I can get done. At least I'm not here all by myself. My grandbaby made varsity cheer team for next. Yay! Congratulations. You know, Kim, you said something on one of your lives with Ange, I think it was, that the pictures always look better on camera. I totally disagree. I heard Ange say, no, they don't, sometimes. Oh, I wanted to show you my shoes, my shoe too, because I thought it was funny when you started coloring yours. My one that I've had based forever is lilac. Um, this picture looks almost identical to me on my tablet, but looks absolutely horrible on my laptop because it's like really faded out. The colors aren't nearly as bright. I just thought it was interesting. And did I date this? I did date this. So this has been sitting like this since March of 2022. But yeah, this is a new color base. And I just thought it was funny you did lilac or lavender. I was like, I think I based mine. So, and the other one's red. Getting that glare, sorry. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny. I think I actually colored this with Dee Dee when Dee Dee did hers. I think. But I thought it was funny you did your other shoe, lilac lavender. That's what I wanted to show. Thank you, Kim. Thanks, View. I think so too. I think it's the only reason I bought that book because I decided I wasn't going to buy Kirby books anymore. Um, Main reason my mom doesn't like them, and I try to color things that she wants me to color. I don't know if I've ever told this story before. So, yeah. You know, I watched Dee Dee before she was even on YouTube. I forget, it started with an S where she used to stream. And then she had to upload it over to YouTube. And she was right in that process when I first started watching her. This is a good 10 years ago. But yeah, my whole Imagimorphia book was following Dee Dee. So I got the purple penguins and the zzz, zzz bugs. Oh, okay. Oh, you gonna go live later? Yay. I love when one of you guys goes live after me because I'm all kind of into it, you know, and then I get distracted by Mike. I'm gonna try to end before he gets home tonight. Taylor makes me laugh when she's like, yeah, your man comes home and you just kick everybody out. That's no fair. Kicking the girls out. Well, and he said, well, shh, it's not like that. They know that. I said, oh, yeah, it's funny. She's just saying it in fun. He's just surprised I can sit here and talk this long. I'm not a talker. So, like that one day when I was on here for like 2.5 hours, I can't believe you streamed that long, you know, because I don't talk. Oh, okay. All right, View, party pooper. Dang. I would have brought the beer. Because you probably don't drink beer. Pretty sure Kim drinks beer. She's always talking about going to the store and buying it unless it's for the hubby. I love beer. You do seem like the beer drinking type. I don't want to stereotype you or anything, but I can't really see you sipping on a cocktail, with the little umbrella in it. Not my style either. Maybe a Bloody Mary with pickle and salami, but oh, that's funny View. I probably would have loved the hell out of that. Ah. Oh, it is for the hubby? Okay. Yeah, Mike's a whiskey drinker. He used to drink beer. That's how I ended up drinking it. We kind of met because, well, the story how we met is absolutely hysterical. But he drank Mike's harder cranberry lemonade stuff, and his name's Mike, so I just thought it was funny. And everybody called him Cranberry because he drank so much. Shots of Jack Daniels and cold beer. He's the Jameson guy. Jameson. I don't know if I ever pronounce it right. He never corrects me, but I like him better when he drinks Crown Royal. He does like the Crown Royal peach and apple. Seems to make him kind of silly. Like he bought a bottle of wine last week. Was it last week? Because we have dates on the deck. Go out and barbecue steaks, and have a glass of wine. He got some Michigan made wine. It was 25%. We both drank like half our glass, and we're like, whoa, okay, that's enough of that. I was saying it correct? Okay. Yeah, I was going to say he never corrects me, so I assume I say it correct, so. I don't know. Of course, his problem with Jameson is that, his shot is a triple shot, so. And the heavier, what is it? Crown Royal peach or apple, you drink a little slower. It's a little bit of a thicker, sippy drink than a shot, whatever. But anyway, yeah, the one night I was drinking a beer while I was sitting here streaming. I got done with the stream and I was like, holy moly, I hope I didn't say anything stupid. So, but it is Friday night, Mom's all taken care of. She's in bed. Oh gosh, yummy. That I don't know what it is. Bolulos, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, locally grown gourmet beers, yes. Yeah, we have a big brewery by my house. Uh, Great Baraboo. There's a lot of brewery restaurants in Michigan. But we do drink wine, but not a lot of wine. We'd rather do beer tasting, but I never leave the house. I never go out. It's so hard for me. So hard. The vertigo is ridiculous, and it's scary when you're out and about and your world's spinning around in circles. And I'm used to my house. I don't walk into the doorways anymore. I used to have bruises all over my elbows and like the side of my knees, and because I couldn't get through the doors. Yeah, that's we have steak. We have like a sweet red wine, not a dry red wine. That's how we do it. Oh wow, you. Well, that's fantastic. You really cut back. Good for you. I know I actually didn't drink for 25 years. Just didn't have the urge. Didn't care to. I loved the drive. I always had nice sports cars, so you're a target to be pulled over. I'm getting a line from something in here. So I just, plus my ex-husband was a raging alcoholic, so I just kind of stayed away from it. But after retirement and disability and blah 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 blah, it's like, why not? The doctor said he'd actually I'd rather that he said he would rather that I have a couple of drinks a night than take, you know, 6 Motrins or something a day for the pain. So, which when I fell, I did start taking the Motrin and stuff, and within 3 weeks, went and got my blood work done, and kidney function was down. So, them NSAIDs are terrible on the kidneys. Well, of course, with me too, with the MS, everything's accelerated. So, if it happens to somebody else in a week, it'll happen to me in 2 minutes. Because of your allergies. Oh, really good with pizza or deli sandwich. Absolutely. Yep. I tried to have pizza the other day, but oh my god, it was awful. I took a bite and I threw the whole pizza away. It was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. The funny thing too is Mike went to a concert that night. I was supposed to go with him, but I can't walk more than 10 feet since I fell, so there was no way. We tried to get a wheelchair, couldn't get it in time, blah blah blah, couldn't change the seats to handicap seats, blah blah blah. So he took one of the girls he works with, he took one of their boyfriends, went with him, and his name was Austin. Mike had a horrible time. Wish he would have just went alone, blah blah blah. Tells me to order pizza because he's starving. So I order the pizza. The pizza comes. It's like the worst pizza I ever have. I look on the ticket to see who the pizza was prepared by. Well, it was prepared by an Austin. I'm just like, well, Austin, you have just lost in our life today, boy. I thought, how ironic. I never even hear that name. Ugh. Yeah, I just got a big old bag of gummies the other day. These ones. So they do help very much with restless legs. So I save them for when I have restless legs. But yeah. Oh yeah. Better for us than the pharmaceuticals with all that added stuff that we have no idea what the heck it is. I love it. Like, I bought these chips, plain potato chips. Mike got them for me, and I'm reading the ingredient. Usually plain potato chips. It's like potatoes. They, 2, 3 oils possible, and salt. This had like the longest list of ingredients. I'm like, what in the heck? And it's like they weren't even real potatoes. It wasn't even real food. I'm like, what are they doing to our food? Yeah, so if anybody suffers from restless legs, you might want to give that a try. Because, pain medications don't really work on nerves. muscle relaxers and that kind of stuff. They don't even really get to the nerve if you're having nerve pain. So I found that, the body buzz stuff really does help with the restless legs. You're kidding. What did they want you to do this time, Kim? Hey, though, you're getting famous. Look at you attracting all the trolls. That's when I told Tasia I had a troll. She's like, oh, you're famous. I said I was going to say that, but I didn't want to be, I didn't want to sound conceited or anything conceited. Tripping on that tongue again tonight. Well, here I did my stairs for Taylor, so she'd be happy I moved along a little bit more, and here she's not even here today. That's okay. She doesn't want to watch me color the same picture. Yeah, you only color this on the lives, so that's why it's taking me so long. And like I said, that's only, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, and then I talk part of the time, so how much is it really? I figure I probably only have about 2 hours in on this page total, if you think about the actual time that the pencil's hitting the paper. Oh. Bro, you ignoring me. So what if I ignore you? So see, like these flowers on the camera, they all look the same color to me, but they're 3 different colors. And they're very orange on the top. I say, I don't think the camera shows all the detail at all. Kind of bums me out sometimes. Like we do all this work and we can't show it off, but my mommy can see it. My mommy. See, there's the nerd in me. Did he leave or did you have to boot him? See if you can see it any better close up. You can on the top rails there. Getting the shine on the bottom one. Yep, okay. Alright, I'm not going to be able to show this picture to Mike because he's going to yell at me, but your bricks and your flowers are the same color. Are they? Oh well. I still don't know what to do with back there. I have not made a decision. I have not made an executive decision. I think I'm going to leave that orange out because sometimes I like to go back and blend a bit. Okay, what should we do next? He never said anything else. Well, that's good. He was behaving then. Ugh. I really haven't thought. These look like daisies in there. That should be easy to get done real quick. Do a little chestnut and a little ochre for the center. Chestnut and yellow ochre, I think, will be good. Say my yellow. Ow! That was a sharp pencil. Oh, molies. I forget what these flowers are called. I said daisies, but that's not what they are. I think they're actually white, but Will I be able to get a white effect? Let me see. Even if they look blue, that's okay too. I don't even know what I grabbed. What I grabbed? Blue Lake. Just putting a line on one side and then I'll rub that out with white. I think they're white flowers. I have these huge flower books for reference, but I can't carry them around anymore, so that kind of stinks. Hopefully when the hip is better, where is my white? I will be able to carry things again. It's like the weight, I guess just like if I was heavier, the weight on the hip, the more I carry, the harder it is to walk. Kind of a pain in the rump. The thing I hate the most, and thank God I have one, is a stair chair on the chair. It's like I just want to run up and down the stairs. Can't even do one stair. Well, hello to anybody watching, and thank you for being here and watching. Okay, maybe a purple flower next to it, eh? Purples are rough in Prismacolors. I don't really have, I think they're too pinky. Let's try violet. See how that goes. Violet, blue violet lake. Maybe that will tie it in with the... Ooh, this is a hard pencil. It's not creamy. It is a Prisma. You guys coloring anything right now? Or collaging, or watching your eyelids? Oh, I'm not even in frame. Sorry, let me move over. And these kind of flowers where it's like this black center thing, I may come back in with like a Posca pen, some kind of paint pen, and brighten up the center a little bit because it just looks like a black blob. I'd really like some yellow in the middle of here. So, just to get some color. I see another white spot. I'm just gonna grab a green. Just keep that apple out. Fill in that green. Yep. So, don't have much to talk about. Been a really uneventful week. I'm getting an itch to buy more pencils, which I just, no, 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 no. You don't need any more pencils. I did see, I actually was watching a little bit before I said hello. You were doing a really good job. Um, as I was just up checking on Mom and, you know, making sure she got to her breakfast and lunch. And when I laid back in bed, that's when I said hi. And then I knew I was going to fall asleep, so I said, I'm going to go now. Well, you're welcome. I'll finish watching it probably tonight, too. I want to watch views, too, because I want to see the flip through. Trust me, I do watch your guys' playback, because, you know, this is just, really, this is like the middle of my day. So for most people, this is like 5 p.m., say, because, you know, I'll be up for 5, 6 more hours. So, okay, I'm getting too much blue and purple. I need to do something else. I think we need a bright orange flower. This is probably my worst thing about coloring online, and I think I'm gonna sneeze. So if it jumps out of me, I apologize. You know how that is, you. Yeah. Big size. This book is really cute. Is this the book you're talking about? Yeah. I am coloring in that book now. Okay. I think, oh, excuse me, Home Sweet Home is probably my favorite of all that she's done. But um, I don't know. I was saying at the beginning of the video before anybody got here, we have to pick a book for the next time. I don't know. Does anybody have Village Charm? I haven't colored anything in here yet. I wanted to see when this one was published. 2022. Yeah, I haven't colored a thing in this one, so might do Village Charm next. I kind of want to stay outside right now. You know, pictures that are outside, not inside in the house. So, but yeah, so if you have a thought of the next book to work in, definitely let me know. So we can see who's got it, who doesn't. Pick a page, get it going. I'm gonna work on this stone, I guess, a little bit. Oh, I should have finished that flower box. Uh-oh, starting to bounce around. I actually wanted to do that. I don't know how you guys color like this and not turn your books. I don't know how you do it. I think it was you, Kim. I watched do the whole stairs and you never turned your book. I was like, how do you do that? That's a talent. Oh, you guys have it, Village Charm? I wish she did hardcover books too. She has a double book with somebody, but it's super expensive. It was like $18. I mean, there are 92 pages in it, but I don't think the paper's any better. I think it's still, it might even be Amazon paper because it's not I don't think it's a Dover print. Don't tell me I don't have a 70% cool down here. This should be a full set. Okay. I don't have a 90. Yeah, so somebody will have to pick a picture in Village Charm. Yours do? Yeah, mine too. I color in it upside down and... There's my doggie. She didn't come down today. Hi, Pebbles. She might come over here and do a little woo woo woo. She's a talker. Not a barker, but a talker. This is 70% cool gray. Just getting a little low lights. Some of this yellow ochre. Back with the 30 to blend those in. Yeah, I thought I heard someone moving around upstairs. Must have been pillows. Kim, are you gonna do the picture in Home Sweet Home, or you skipping it? I was getting like that when we were doing World of Flowers. Everybody was like 2 pages ahead of me. I'm like, well, I'll just skip ahead those 2 pages. Wasn't really into coloring 5 pages in there anyway. That book's got super thick paper. Oh, man. It's like bad luck Fridays or something with these pencil tips. Haven't been using these upstairs. I've been pretty much all Inktense and polychromos. Yes, you're gonna do it, or yes, you're gonna skip it. Well, why do that, View? If you enjoy working in it when you want to work in it. I think you and my mom are having your cataract surgeries around the same time. She can't have the laser surgery, though. Her insurance doesn't pay for it, so she's got to have the actual old school surgery. She's a little nervous about that, which I would be too. I don't know if this pencil's going to come back to life. Might be all cracked in there. Well, at least the nose held off to almost the end here. Okay, I'm gonna have to blow it once though, so I stop sniffing. Made me laugh when you talked about using paper towel for blowing your nose. I thought I was the only one who does that. Switch to toilet paper if I'm sick. Okay. I heard you say that. I was still there when you talked about it. I thought, wow, that's a really good idea. That's why Grandpa always had hankies, right? I grew up with my mom ironing my dad's hankies and my grandma ironing my grandpa's hankies. They always had hankies. You think about that now, like when you had a runny nose and people would lend you your hanky, their hanky, and give it back and shove it in their pocket. It's like, I don't know. For right now, I'm gonna just put some gray in there. And the conversation does get kind of confusing in the chat, does it? Yep. Yeah, I bet it is. I can't believe that. I'm kind of surprised the cotton is softer than Kleenex, though. About puffs. Sometimes the puffs are like too soft where they don't even feel like they're wiping your nose, like you're just smearing stuff around. My eyes are watering like crazy right now. Like the tears are actually dripping off my chin. I don't know what happened. Somebody bring a cat in. Cologne, perfume. Who brought their cat in the room? It holds more. Well, that's good. Yeah, if you're having trouble with the pencil names and seeing the coloring, just do your collages. Of course, you're still doing really good with your coloring. Doesn't look any different. Your brain knows what it's doing. This is just a 10% cool gray that I'm trying to, you know, blend everything together with. Kind of my blender. Autopilot, exactly. You know, see, and this is why I say I am not an artist. I am simply a colorist when people say that to me. Because, like, Kim, when you were going through, when you were doing the flip through today, that book, and you're talking about how you can visualize this and visualize that and do that, I don't get that. I don't ever look at a page and be like, oh, I want to do this or what. Nope. That does not happen. That's why I say I do not believe I have that artist in me at all. I think I'm just, I don't want to say just a colorist, but I definitely don't have that eye like that. I'd be really happy if every page I colored had a page over here to tell me how to color it. And I may or may not color it that way, but I would be happy. Yeah, I'm very envious of it. I see lots of people do it. Lucy just did colors, you know, she does that all the time. She's like, oh, I can just see that and this and this and that. And I'm like, oh, I can't. How do you see that? I want that. You know, and my sister-in-law, she's I don't know what you would call it. She draws, she paints, she's very good. Um, she's painted a picture of both of my dogs that have passed away, and they're beautiful. And I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, I just don't have that eye of seeing the colors and knowing exactly what to do. And like now, I don't really know why I'm putting orange on these flowers when I have all this red up here, but so I'm only going to do one or two orange and then probably find a pink. And this is that neon yellow. Does not blend well. My cadmium's not sharpened and it looks like it's broken, so. You know, Kim, I had to order that cadmium orange hue, the 118. This was my last one, too, so I do have, I put some on order. I'm curious to see how you said Blick didn't even have them. So that's, my sister-in-law works at Blick, so I'm curious to see if she'll be able to get them. Were you able to find one? So I was wondering if I could wrap one up good and bubble wrap and mail it to you. Yeah, you do good with your colors. You know, sometimes my colors are all over the place. Or all the same, as I'm told a lot, but that one confuses me because if you're doing grass and bushes and more bushes and more bushes and some grass, um, colors, they're gonna be green. I don't know what else to say. Prismacolor is really lacking in the pinks and purples. I don't like their variety. I've been spoiled. I have the Chroma Flows behind me too, but I don't know their colors. We already did Process Red. That one. Let's see. Well, I could if you want me to. Like I said, I would try like really bubble wrapping it and just stick it in an envelope, and get away with. I don't know if it would make it through the mail. What? The scholars? Or they're actually a Prisma Junior? I just found my scholars yesterday. Yeah, they're pinks, and I say this about a lot of the Prismacolor colors. They're foggy. So, they're not bright pinks. They're, you don't know. Just not what I'm looking for, I guess. That Process Red is a good one. And then, what's the other one that's similar to the Process Red? Maybe I'll grab that one. Mulberry. But then they're dark pinks. So, wow, 24 Prisma Juniors. Were those little short ones? Were they short? Maybe I did see you with those. Nope, not short. Okay. And, I've never been to an Ollie's. You know how I say, like, I don't go out? I don't go out. I don't. I just don't. It's very challenging for me with the MS symptoms that I have. I have, like, sensory overload and sound, like lights and sound and movement or triggers. So I know we've had Ollie's for a really long time. I've never been in one. That was my point, anyway. A long way to get there, right? But I don't think people think when you say you don't go out, like, to do stuff. But I don't, like, I haven't been in a grocery store in a good 8 years. So that was one of the reasons I had to quit my job, is I couldn't make decisions. Like, I'd get so confused. So the last time I went in the grocery store, I was like trying to pick a bottle of salad dressing, and I'm reading this bottle, and I'm reading it, and I just could not make up my mind. And I realized what was happening, and I was like, I got to get out of here. Like, it was crazy. Fell off the truck. Yeah, you guys get some absolutely great deals at Ollie's. That's, maybe one day I'll be able to get there. I'm hoping if my hip ever gets cured that I will be able to venture out into the world again. I was just starting to go out. I went to like 3 different social functions last year, which is very unusual. But so, if anyone is following, I don't think I mentioned my colors. It was the cadmium orange hue 118 and deco yellow 1011 for these oranges. And then for these pink flowers, mulberry, deco pink, and hot pink. I just heard a really loud clump upstairs. I'd have to walk over there. I'll just finish these up real quick. Mike could be coming home pretty soon anyway. I think that was definitely my mom. I didn't hear any screams, so she probably just dropped something. Yep, she's fine. Just heard a cough. Ooh, I have heard of that before. Oh, I will definitely say a prayer for you, View. That's, yeah, these autoimmune diseases are horrible. And like with me, like, for the most part, we look fine, and people really don't understand that there's stuff going on inside that, it's not really presentable. And that's, like, I was really embarrassed, and one of the times I went out, like, I don't know what was happening to me, but I was saying what the other person would be responding to me rather than what I should have been saying, and I couldn't change it. Like, say it was my birthday and you came, I would tell you happy birthday. And I, you know, my MS is SR, so it's like slow remission, SRP, slow remission progressive. So some symptoms I have all the time, and then other symptoms come and go. So that one lasted for about a year, but that, like, I didn't want to go anywhere. It was so embarrassing, and I would get laughed at constantly, and it's not like you want to keep saying to people, stop laughing at me. They are mean. And the worst part is like most people don't understand them. Doctors don't understand them. We don't understand them. And I think them being diagnosed and mistreated for so many years really affected that too. Diagnosis is being missed, and them pumping meds in for things that weren't really wrong with you and causing the illness to get worse. Or you know how's your daughter doing, Kim? She got it. Okay, I think I got all those flowers up top done, right? I'm gonna leave that green out just in case I find any more spots. I will fill in these leaves. I had some water fall on there, and it made my flowers look weird, but actually they look okay. They just look really different than these. So maybe I'll have to throw some water on those so you can't even see those. But yeah, the water, it almost like activated the Prismacolor like a watercolor. Weird. Weird. Let me see if I can. What time we at? 1:04. Okay, I got about 10 more minutes. Hugs to you. Oh, she had an infusion. Ooh. She gets sick from them. I know a lot of people will get like the flu for like a week afterwards. I don't take any of the medications. I guess in hindsight, I don't know. All the side effects are so horrible. And the way that they do that research, I just don't understand. And, you know, being that I was a researcher, that's what I taught when I taught college was research. And I know how research is manipulated. So, wow. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Do you see what my little T-Gull sharpener just did to that pencil? Business hiding out. It ripped the wood right off the pencil. Huh. You think that means I need a new blade in there? That is crazy. Whew. I know I'm all over the place with my yap. I'm sorry. It's hard to keep track when I'm trying to... You guys, this is a good talent. When you do this well, I'm very impressed with you. You know, to focus on your conversation and also what you're coloring and what you're doing. So you're actually, like, doing two things at once, yeah. But thinking about two things at once, where your brain's got to think. Yeah. And then song. Think about it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Chewed it up for sure. Ripped the whole side off. I bet that pencil sharpener's jammed right now. Okay. So yeah, for the next picture, I think then we'll do Village Charm. If I got that right, you both said you have that book, right? Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the 1, 2, 3 pictures again. I'll pick the picture. Other people pick the picture. I push myself to color things I wouldn't normally color. Okay, cool. Did you ever finish your tub view? Yeah, I haven't either. That's what I said. Brand new book. I forget who said they had. Oh, Annie's Crafts and Colors. Annie's Hope Craft. I need to write her channel name down. She's doing the one in Home Sweet Home right now. I have to go see how she's doing on it. I haven't seen her live for a while, since her birthday. I'm not quite sure what this piece is right there either. That looks like an extra piece. Oh, you don't like it? Oh no. Yeah, I was thinking like, but I don't know how to do it. That's probably why I haven't started it, because I feel like it should be, like tin, you know? Not tin, metal, like a metal, old-fashioned metal tub. Then I'm like, you can't really do it white because there's too much, grayscale. So that was light umber. This is sepia. I want to go in really dark with something here. Pin up these dots and do some low lights. Kim, are you still awake? Did you do this window? What is this piece on the side? Coloring this picture is making me think that she uses AI because some of these things do not match. How is there any way to tell if an artist uses AI to help them with sketching? But her books do say hand drawn on them, don't they? No, it actually does not say hand drawn. Yeah, like this extra piece of wood over here doesn't make any sense. If it's wood. Yeah, I'm beginning to think so. Really? No, she's not, because she's actually like RJ, a child book writer and illustrator. She writes children's books and an illustrator. That I have looked up before. So she is actually an artist. But yeah, that's funny. Well, it's kind of like Jade Summers. Everybody thought that was a person, and that is like a group. I heard they actually do have to put their artists on the books now, because you never used to know who the artist was for their stuff. But I don't like those books at all. I know some people absolutely love them. My mom used to buy them every week when they were they I think they were $3.99, and they came out every week. And she would buy every single book. Yeah, Coco Wyo or whatever is definitely AI. But yeah. She may like use it to try to edit is what I'm thinking. Teresa Goodrich. Not like she does it completely AI, but maybe a little helping hand in there. Oh, and this is burnt ochre. So light umber, sepia, burnt ochre. And I'll probably just blend it in with uh, the yellow ochre. It's like you, and that's a bad habit, but a good habit. I grab the same pencils too that are laying here over and over again. Every time I hear you talk about full set syndrome, I'm like, stop talking about me. I know, I'm shame. Shame on me. Shame on me. But when my mom used to color, we'd go through pencils like crazy. She would color 15 pages a day. No lie. Like I said, she would go through those Jade Summer books every week. She would finish them, order a new one. I don't know if you've ever, seen me or heard me say in chats or whatever. She's completed like 117 coloring books. I had boxes and boxes and boxes of completed pages, and she finally told me to throw them away. I've kept some. She used to color in here, so I have this pile that she did, which are absolutely beautiful. You know, that's mommy's work. So I have these, and then she did some animals from the Creative Haven animal book, and those are all laminated. And so I do have special ones that I'm keeping of hers, but she had me throw all the Jade Summer, and she really liked that other one. Somebody was talking about it today. Yeah, Clara. No, 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 no. Kamika. Yeah, that one. Kamikia, something. That she got a pass for the Cozy Comfy because she was doing her books first. My mom loved her. I probably still have a bunch of her books. My mom has a whole drawer full of books upstairs that I don't color in because they're on Amazon paper. So I figure when I need money and I'm broke and starving, I'll do bundles and sell them or something. I don't know. My life savings, I'm gonna sell all my mom's art supplies. But I am trying to use the markers because I don't think they'll last. I know she did really like. She used to sew, so I just think her color combinations are absolutely amazing. Now she's one that can really pick the colors. So yeah, but and she still does good. Like she can barely see. Like everything looks gray, but somehow she's able to still. She just recently started coloring again because of the cataracts. She couldn't see, and then she got really shaky from one of her medications, so she stopped coloring for about 3 years and just started coloring again. I keep telling her, wait till you can see again. You're gonna be like, wow, it's a whole new world. So, all right, so wow, I got a lot done today. Well, I was kind of okay. I'm gonna try to stay very focused. I kind of had a plan on colors for the flowers, so that helped. But I think I will stop there for the night because it is 1:17. Mike usually gets home right around 1:20, 1:23. Oh, perfect timing, View. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate you being here with me and not making me talk to myself. So, all right, so this is what we got done tonight in Small Town Charm. And everybody have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, with God willing, we'll all be back here next Friday at midnight Eastern time. Thanks again to those watching and not chatting. But y'all have a great night. Night, night, View. Night, Cam. You must be snoring over there. Okay. Bye, everyone. See you soon.